The following video is brought to you through the generous support of viewers like you. If you like this content, then please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing this video. And for those who are in the position to donate, this channel thanks you. And so does this orange cat.
Well, the layoffs weren't ending with Victoria Alonso.
You're fired.
No, I keep job.
Mecca, Disney is gonna lay off more useless people. Who are you? Why are you here?
No, I keep job. No.
No, you're gone. You're gone.
No, you gone.
You're gone. You broke Marvel.
You guy, it broken anyway.
Yeah, you broke Marvel. No, you can't keep it. You can't take it home with you. It's not like a blender you knocked off can spoil. Now, Disney layoff rounds likely starting before annual meeting. Details on cuts emerge. Well, so they started with laying off Victoria Alonso.
Yes.
Which a lot of people are not talking about. It's a bigger deal than I think people are making it. Trust me.
Yeah.
She was an executive producer on every single one of these properties that I think the majority of people either met with to, the hardcore fans going, wait a minute, why are you changing all these stupid things to this, and this, and this, making them bad.
But yeah, deadlines like Victoria Alonso's going. That's it. That's it. No more.
No more.
No, but I thought no. It's not. I'm not talking about.
Yeah, everybody's just kind of quietly forgetting about it, forgetting how big of a deal it is. But, it's good. You want to start at the top first, in my opinion. That way you get rid of the bigger salaries first before you start going and laying off lower and lower tier people. Because let's face it, one executive is really going to be the same salary as your entire workforce. And this is the type of crap that really, really honks me off. And this is why I like to do these type of videos about, economics and things like that.
Well, speaking of executive layoffs, there was another. And I know this is not your audience, but Disney laid off another executive, a guy by the name of Rob King. Now, if you don't know who Rob King is, he is one of the top brass at ESPN. Now you're saying to me, Shlomo, so what?
Sports warning.
ESPN is owned by, say it with me, Disney. So there's another.
So now, was this guy doing the same type of crap that Victoria Alonso was doing at ESPN? Though?
Pretty much. He put two people in charge of a show, which on their own they worked, but they rebranded it as Sports Center at 6, and it tanked. It tanked that, and it tanked the network, and he had no idea what he was doing.
Was he responsible? Now, I've seen some of these clips of people going, now you need to make up for being an istophobe all your life because I'm a this. Now, is he part of that? You're nodding.
More or less. I mean, I haven't watched SportsCenter in a while, so
I see clips on the internet every now and then. So anyway. This is foreign to me. So if Bob Iger is taking care of business, would he be the one to lay off that guy?
Yes.
Okay, so yes. Bob Iger is looking at the big picture of all around.
That comes from the top. No, I'm not exaggerating. That would come from the top.
Oh, there's more Bob Iger stuff if you want to hit this middle.
There's more Bob Iger stuff here.
Here's hoping these useless Disney cast members are the first to go. Well, they got Bob Iger's picture there.
And that's it. Look, he's a handsome pup.
Oh no, useless Disney. Who says this? Well, DisneyDining.com. I saw this going around, and I'm like, oh, this is the Bob Iger article.
Yeah, in a big company, there's bound to be redundancies. I mean,
who's useless? In February, during the earnings call for the first quarter, from October through December, Bob Iger unveiled a shocking, multifaceted plan to right the financial ship and cut costs of more than $5 billion across the company. Such an undertaking confused some and seems like overkill to others, especially following revelations about the company's financial performance over the quarter, most of which exceed even Wall Street's projections. Disney's revenue grew to $23.5 billion over the 3-month period, an increase of 8% over the previous year. And the company's earnings per share increased to 99 cents. But you know what? That's not good enough. You want to make more money. You want to make as much money as possible. These movies are underperforming. They're not making nearly as much money back as they should be. They're barely scraping by, barely breaking even. Of course he's going to want to cut some costs. This is what we've been saying, that Kathleen Kennedy in Star Wars, that's not good enough. She might be safe for now.
Well, I'm fully expecting something else to happen.
But some more, we had the news of the other Star Wars guy. Let's bring him up. Damon Lindelof is reportedly now exiting the Star Wars movie he was developing. I bet they're gonna cool it with Star Wars movies again. They're back to cooling it with Star Wars movies.
Yeah, exit is code for quit or fired.
Yeah. So next movie suffers a major setback. Here's the thing: they're not gonna be making a lot of money back on these movies unless they drastically cut their budgets. Can they do that at this point? Or is that basically just how much these movies cost to make?
That's pretty much just how much these movies cost to make.
Yeah, so they'll either have to sprinkle them out few and far between and focus more on the streaming, which is a lot cheaper. So we get a lot more of these low-tier Disney shows.
I mean, listen, the movies could cost less if you scale it back, like you said. If you did just a Donnie Yen Kung Fu style movie where he's just wandering around the desert and looking for his brother, I mean, that could be done fairly inexpensively, but they're not going to do that.
Well, and again, then they run into, and it's still another prequel. He still ends up dead at the end.
Yeah.
All of those good things. Literally the same thing I didn't care about with Andor, but that worked okay with some hardcore Star Wars fans, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is, Star Wars isn't really appealing to non-hardcore Star Wars fans anymore.
I think there's irreparable damage to the brand.
Between that, like seriously, I keep seeing this float around. I keep telling people this. Normies care way more or make up a bigger percentage. They might not care as much, but the studios care way more about the normie money than they do the rest of us. And I've been saying this for 2 years, and people got really, really mad at me for saying this a couple of years ago. That they care about the normie dollar because it's the normies who are going to be the ones who go with the geeks, with their friends. Because that'll be your extra couple of ticket sales.
That's your plus one.
That's your plus one. That's the geek going saying, look, I love this movie so much, I'm going to go back and bring my friend now. And they're going to go and see it again, and then they're going to bring their friend. Mm-hmm. That's where your $1 billion money is going from, is the normies. It's the normies. And yeah, your geeks might only see it once, too. It might only see it once, but you're not going to get the rest of us, even one ticket sale. And that's what they really, really need to focus on, is the rest of us and the one ticket sale. But they're not. So, they're laying off a bunch of people. We're back to this one. What's going on with this one? I was going to ask, have Disney in quarter one, have they really done that much better? Or is it just like, okay, we know what we need to cut and where we need to go. It's just the ship is so big, it takes them a while to slow it down and turn the thing around.
I think that's exactly right. The ship is very big. I mean, this is going to take a while. Anything you see now is not going to have an impact in the very near term.
Probably until 2024 at the very least.
At the minimum.
Summer of 2024.
Yeah.
Because remember, they have to write and film things. So any of this garbage that has been under the mismanagement is in the can, and we're still kind of sprinkling that stuff out.
I mean, they still think they're going to do another Avengers movie with all new Avengers. Yeah, okay, so...
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
Good luck. You're going to need it.
And the Anthony Mackie Captain America movie is still in the works. I've seen set photos from that.
Oh.
Again, so...
Here's what I was asking last night. Is Bob Iger going to, in fact, start scrapping some of these films? Is he going to pull a David Zaslav with Warner and say, you know what? Even this movie, The Marvels, is finished and completed, The Marvels. We need a big tax write-off, so we're just going to destroy it. Do you think they would even do that? Like they did Batgirl, like they did all of these over in Warner?
I think he's more inclined to let things fail on their own. Just put it out, let it fail. We'll try to make some money off of this to recoup some kind of cost, and then we'll just show it as a capital loss on the taxes at the end of the year.
It's already a big embarrassment having Victoria Alonso exit this way.
Yes, and again, all of Phase 4 and a lot of Phase 5 is her baby.
Guys, look at the moon.
Yeah,
Quote
especially with the normies being upset about the VFX, the normies being upset about how bad things are looking. When the normies who actually do care about, well, I want my family to see a family-friendly thing, and they're telling me, hey, but we don't want to see it because they look like crap now.
Yeah.
And we don't want to hear all this bickering back and forth and all this stuff. We just want a good movie that looks good. Of course they're going to throw Victoria Alonso under the bus for all of this.
And I think Kevin Feige was, because there's been reports of Victoria Alonso bullying him into making certain moves. And I think Kevin Feige said, okay, you know what? He got to the point, okay, go right ahead.
Well, she also
be my guest.
We also heard the same thing, if we want to pull up that article here, where she was yelling at Bob Chapek about the Don't Say Gay bill.
This is from last year.
Now, this is from last year, but we heard that she got awfully forceful with demanding. You need to demand, our families are all this and our families are that, and you need to represent all of us and this and this and this. And what happens? And I say this on both sides of the aisle, and nobody likes an activist. Nobody likes somebody coming in saying, why are you not going out of your way to be an activist about the thing that I am passionate about? Why are you not calling out the child drag shows? Why are you not calling out the thing I am passionate about? Because sometimes people just want to chill out and be left out of it and watch a superhero movie, watch a Kate movie, watch Star Wars, watch, ESPN, watch Sports Ball without hearing it. And whether on both sides of the aisle, and this is where I got to kind of call out both sides of the aisle, some people want to be left out of it and want to make up their own decisions. And I think this is one of the things that really, really, really hurt this, is Disney being dragged into making a statement one way or another. I think both sides really, really hurt Disney.
At the behest of Victoria Alonso. Really. I mean, that's what it comes down to. At her insistence. I really think that hurt Disney. I can imagine Bob Chapek, listen, I'd rather stay out of it. No, you have to say, don't say Gaby, don't say Bob, Bob. You have to say Bob. You go to, Bob, why haven't you said anything? Bob.
Who else is Disney? We're making, and you know what? I think he was probably right about that one, but at the same time, he was getting it by the other side. He was getting the conservatives saying, you need to make a statement saying you're either neutral or not. Are you family friendly or not? Pick which family friendly version you want. And I think Bob Chapek did not have the ability to do that. Bob Iger's going to twist it and turn it around on everybody. He's not going to answer that. He's going to do his best not to take a side on that, I think. But I think a lot of people are just so tired of the culture war stuff. They're tired of being dragged into it. They're tired of being put on a side. They're tired of being told, oh, you have to support this person or that person or else. What do you think?
I think there's a lot of truth to that. I really do.
You're looking at me like, shut up.
I think there's a lot of truth. I think there's a lot of truth to that. You want me to take a stand? I'm like, I don't want to take a stand. I don't want to touch this. No, and he's getting from both sides. And he's like, all right, I guess I have to say something.
Really, because I think both sides are just as passionate on this one. And that's what's really, really going to hurt Disney in the long run. And they can't take a side on this one. And I think that's gonna really hurt, I think, the public. I don't know, is that they can't just let it go. They can't get over it. They can't just accept, they can't accept any compromise on this one at this point. People want everything gone out of something. Like, you can't have any mention of any LGBTQ plus anything anymore in anything.
Yeah, you're
because
right.
Everybody's so hypersensitive to that anymore that it's kind of shifted back the other way, because then people don't want to hear it at all now. I'm tired of hearing it. I'm like, okay, enough. I just want to enjoy something. But this is where we are with this. So what do you think?
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, I think it's correct.
Yeah, anything else you want to contribute before we
really,
wrap?
But I'm still waiting for. There's going to be something else coming down the pipeline.
Well, we got rid of Victoria Alonso. They got rid of this guy,
Rob King.
The Damon Lindelof movie is probably not gonna.
I don't expect KK to be fired, but I fully.
Her contract's still until 2024.
Yeah, I don't expect her to leave early.
No.
But like I said to you, they can fire Michelle Rejwan.
Probably.
So I expect her to be the next name that goes.
All right, that's your bet. Well, we got the Lindelof guy, so he was our next one right
I think it's the safe money says that Michelle Rejwan's the
one
next
more Lucasfilm person probably.
Yeah.
All right.
Just to throw the fear of God in everybody.
All right. And that is Disney. We will see you guys on the next video, live stream, or wherever. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.
We're asking you to go.
No, I stay. I clean.